Everybody, welcome back. Going to do a character review video today. It's Kitty Pryde. We'll go through her kit, obviously look at her stats. Did a video the other day about some of the stuff that we got from Jubilee. So, you start seeing this team come together a little bit. We'll see how it shakes out. There's obviously a character missing. That character really does need to have focus on it. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out there right now. That character needs to have a focus boost. If they don't, little concerned. But that's a video for another day. For all of those of you who are new here, check out the link to the Discord in the description below, so that way you can kind of see anytime I put a video out there, trying to help folks out, play the game a little more efficiently, that kind of thing, go through some basics. Anyway, let's get to the video.
Bring me WolverThor!
All right, so we're in Discord right now using the Ultron bot. I use this one in particular because I like how it shows the upgrade here when I talk about it. So her basic is called Shadowcat Strike, attack primary target for 210% damage plus clear 1 positive effect. The T4 here, you actually get another 40% damage and you get 2 positive effect clears on the basic. Now the question ends up being, what does that do on the assist? Because that matters with what we're seeing in Jubilee. So when I'm coming here, like, okay, so right now, see how it says clear 1 positive effect, clear 1 positive effect? I've got that as 6. When I do 7, it does 2. So that's important. So when you're looking at the T4 here, you really want to get that T4 in there, I think, for the 2 positive effect clears because of the assist that you're going to end up getting from the Jubilee passive. So that's something to keep in mind for your T4s. While the damage increase might not be great, the additional positive effect clear would be nice. Again, assuming the focus is high enough for everybody, right? All right, so special and ultimate, they both come fully charged with 4 energy. So you will have a decision to make with which one you want to use. It's probably going to be situational. The special, Lockheed Blast, you attack all enemies for 230% damage. You apply offense down for 2 turns to all enemies that are not taunting. You flip the taunt for defense down on those. You flip the taunt to defense down on anybody who is taunting. And if an enemy had taunt, you fill this particular character's speed bar by 20%. So I like this ability. The T4 gives you an additional 50% damage and the additional 10% speed bar. If the speed bar really helps you get going to something further that you need, then I could see this. Otherwise, I'm not sure that I really love the T4 there. We'll see. The other option on the first turn is the ultimate, like I mentioned, another 4-turn cooldown. A Mischievous Sprite. You attack the primary and adjacent for 260% damage, and you apply Disrupted. If target is teched, apply Disrupted for 2 turns instead. Now, I'm taking this as the primary and adjacents all get Disrupted. So if it's just the primary target, that is less exciting, but I do like it getting to the primary and specifically to the adjacent. The tech part of it, I get some of that with, I guess, her lore. I think she was like a computer whiz, if I remember right, or I might be mixing her up with Squirrel Girl. I forget now. But this attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So the cannot be blocked is nice for anything that you're starting for an attack in war. So that if you want to, what my hope is that Bishop is the 5th. He comes down and speeds everybody up immediately and gives tons of focus. So maybe that they all get to go first and she can lay out a bunch of disrupts. That would be sick. So I'd use that ability first turn if that was the case on, a team that like if a Strife or something like that, if this team has any chance of doing something with them, or any team that really has, an early buff situation. If I'm worried about a team that's going to hit me hard with a lot of, offensive AoEs, then maybe I'm using that special. That's how I'm going to decide there. And again, the ultimate T4, it's 60% increased damage only. Depending on her damage rank, I'm looking at that. Otherwise, I'm not expecting to T4 that. Her passive, it's called Untouchable. You get 30% dodge chance, which is great because that plays into the passive with the heals with Jubilee. When this character drops below 50% max health, gain stealth for 1 turn. That's nice because, again, that plays into the Beast and Jubilee heals that go on with her, which read here, Beast, he heals passively, and he's got a special. If Jubilee is an ally on enemy miss or Astonishing X-Men dodge, heal the most injured Astonishing X-Men for 5% of this character's max health. Pay attention to her HP when we get into her stats, because there's not a +1, add to the evade, which we're going to see here in a second, but it's just if they miss or if they dodge. So, it's like you really want those things to stack, but they don't. In raids, on turn, apply defense up to the 2 most injured Astonishing X-Men or X-Men allies or self. On enemy turn, 60% chance to apply evade to the most injured Astonishing X-Men. Now, I will say, this T4, in my opinion, is essential just because of this down here. Now, again, that's for raids. So I might actually back off of that essential ranking because it's like, well, do I need that in raids? Like, do I even care? If you don't care and you don't need them, no, it's not essential there. Now, if you're fighting this team in PvP or war offense, this part might make it essential where I like the idea where if she drops below 50%, she's stealth for a couple turns. So you want her on the opposite end if this team has a taunter or anything like that. You want her on the opposite end so she gets hurt, she's stealth, and then if people are dodging, she's healing the injured enemies or the injured allies. And Beast is going to be healing the most injured allies. So that way she comes back up and she's like, okay, now I've put evades on people. And it's like, okay, we're healing more. And it's just, there's like this cycle of being able to keep everybody up. But again, we're looking at 5 to 10% of this character's max health. So she's not giving big heals. I don't know. It's kind of like, all right. And then again, this is just in raids. Just in raids. It's not in war. It's not anywhere else. So you're not getting that enemy turn applying evade to the most injured. So you really need an enemy miss from a blind, maybe from Jubilee, which we're still waiting to see. I don't know. I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of ways to really get that to happen. So that's your blitz timer. And so I don't know. I mean, I like this team at times, and then other times I'm like, well, but it could all fall apart so quickly. So, and that really plays into it. So let's go look at the stats so you can really get a feel for kind of what we're looking at here. Okay, so I've got this giant spreadsheet that ranks stats throughout. I pull them all from MSF.GG and I rank them. Helps me give an idea of where this character ranks against everybody else in the game. The baseline, I've got level 75, 7 yellow stars, 4 red stars, T14, 25% star tech, and passive level 4. So, it's nice to see Iceman way up here. You can notice I've highlighted his focus. We'll get to that in a separate video. So I'm scrolling for Kitty. I'm scrolling for Kitty. I'm scrolling for Kitty. Okay, there's Kitty, finally. All right, so she comes in at 98th. I don't like that. I don't like that for new characters. She's around Star-Lord, Hydra Rifle Trooper, Medic. I mean, like, these Hawkeye old. I should delete that out of there. I'll have to get rid of that. Shocker, Vision. I mean, and again, this is before any, like, passive buffs or anything, but I'm still not loving it. Her health. I mentioned this before. I hate this. Like, this is T14 health, okay? She's ranked 102 with T14. Now, I was looking at, MSF.GG before. If you go in here and you set the baseline up the same way, and this is T14, so you get that 149. Well, most people aren't going to T14 her. They're probably going to T12 her, and it's only 117. And I'm like, okay, 5% of that is nothing. It's like 5K, and 10% of that's 12K. I'm like, that is a weak heal. That's not a big heal. Now, again, you've got Beast doing stuff, so maybe the combination of the two of them do something. But I don't know. I was really disappointed to see where her health was at, given that the evades don't stack. Sure, and so she's going to need a huge health pool to really get that going. So it's not there. That was disappointing. Damage, we talked about I think it was the ultimate, where you're not going to use the T4 unless she has really good damage. Her damage is really bad. Yeah, it's 119th. That's the same as Star-Lord, which he's been around for a while. And granted, he's, legendary, but still, like, he's not really legendary anymore. He's kind of forgotten about. So it's like, all right, well, her armor, that's only 106. It's not good. But again, I guess in theory, she should be dodging more. But she's really, is she a 30% dodge chance? No, it's not very high. We'll see how many evades stack. But again, they don't stack, and it's like, what if those evades are like, miscellaneous turns? Again, like jumping back to her kit here for a second. Where is it at? If Jubilee's ally on enemy miss or astonishing X-Men dodge, you heal. On turn, on enemy turn, chance to apply evade to the most injured astonishing X-Men. All right, so it's only applying to the most injured, right? So it's like, okay, we're gonna put it on that one. All right, so I guess maybe you heal that one up, and then you can put it on the next one and heal that one up. I don't know. I struggle with that a little bit. Focus. Her focus is pretty decent. 66, 67, 92. It's not too bad. Resistance, through the roof. Great resistance. Why do I care? Honestly, like, evades are evades. You're not clearing evades, right? The defense up that you get passively in raids. All right, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens with Bishop, and maybe I think the only thing we're really missing from Jubilees are basic, and I can't imagine it's gonna be like basic, blind all characters, all enemies, and applied immunity on your whole team. Like, I don't think that's gonna be Jubilees basic. It'd be great if it was something along those lines, but it's not. Her speed, Kitty Pryde speed, 88th. Again, not loving it. Again, if Bishop comes in and, he gives me like some good stats there, all right, or good speed, like a Strife type or a Cable type speed up, all right, maybe that's nice, but that speed's pretty bad. So, the overall average there, average rank's 82. That's really, really bad. I mean, again, Invisible Woman's a little bit higher than her, but Invisible Woman's kit's pretty solid. Captain America, Red Skull, but his kit can be, good for war. Venom, he's got a ton of synergy with the symbiotes. Trying to see if there's any, like, just blow me away characters in here in this general range, and I just don't see any. I mean, they're all pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed, honestly. Like, this team, synergy-wise, they really need to come together with their final tune in Jubilee. We saw the passive for Jubilee. I'm not convinced yet, based on seeing some of these stats, that it's going to do what we need it to do, but I will say I was a lot worse off, or I was a lot more down on this team than I was previously. So I want to let you guys know, specifically Blah, that yes, I do know this shirt's see-through. So Blah, I hope you come to the YouTube video and comment specifically on this. Throwing this out there for you. Okay? So let me know what you guys think of the Astonishing X-Men team. Comment below. Discord link in the description below. I don't know. Just let me know. All right? You guys heard my opinion at this point. Hammer down the like button, notification bell, subscription button, all that kind of stuff. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.